Welcome back, guys. It's part 2. They just changed over. New gunner in this box, new gunner in the other box. Funny thing actually just now, bit of a trick on the spammers. Everyone lined up at this end filming, waiting, etc. I wasn't, because obviously I was still getting the kit ready for the part 2. But then the other horse came out and had a meltdown at the other end. So I darted off, kit wasn't even on, and everyone ran after me as well. And then I turned around and came back to this end. So now I'm the only one here in the centre to film everyone leaving the gate, because every dumb spammer took the bait and ran to the other end. Good for us, people. Now, we'll show you the other horse in a minute, because we've got very different horses now, very different. The other one at the other end could be a bit of an optical illusion, I'm not sure yet, we'll see in a minute. Looks as large as a HCAV black. Yeah, it's a very dark HCAV looking horse. Wouldn't even surprise me. I must take a picture of the hoof numbers. Wouldn't surprise me at all if they borrowed a couple of the HCAV blacks. So that's the 12 noon changeover complete. Gunner, pretty sure I've seen her before. She certainly looks like one that was here last year. Doesn't mean 100% she is, but certainly looks familiar to me. So we'll spend a little bit of time here, depending on the tourist numbers, and then possibly go to the other end when the spammers move and the horse calms down.
One of the women reckons they're not going to come off until about the 12th. But state visit, they're not taking the horses and they're not taking all the guns.
Odd, yeah?
That's what she just told me.
I don't get it. I mean, it seems to me that there's possibly...
Are you videoing that?
It's every time you come near me, the video's on, because I'm, of course...
See you later.
Yeah, don't worry. So, but you know it's always on. I always tell you. But I know what you're trying to say. I was told. Yeah, I know. Yeah. But did you notice though that today 100% female contingent? Yeah. Oopsie. Okay. Interesting. Right, folks. So anyway, the throngs, not only from the tunnel, from that changeover, also from the palace, are now starting. You can see, look at them all turning up. Now, I honestly can't tell you what we can or can't expect from this gunner, or indeed from a colleague. I haven't yet noticed who it is at the other end. We will see in a few minutes. I mean, strictly speaking, bros in the box. Now, a certain gent gunner would have dealt with that mercilessly just yesterday. So let's see, folks, what we've got. We've got a super spot, we're right in the centre, so for the moment, I'll stay put. I mean, to be honest, we're probably a little bit too centre at this point. I'm still equally, as I'm sure you are guys, surprised that people sometimes that stop right in front of the camera to get group shots or whatever, or selfies, don't even realise there is a camera. So we get their faces literally with the noses almost touching the camera. It's crazy. I just don't understand how they don't know. I guess it's so busy here. People are distracted by the environment and the noise and everyone else. No idea what we can expect, to be quite honest with all of you, in this part 2. Part 1's linked below as ever, folks, in the pinned comment. Now, we started really early. Part 1 started here shortly before 11 this morning. We're now just after the 12 o'clock. This will be a two-parter, and there might well be a couple of two-parters this week, actually, because yours truly will be away part of next week. Holiday time, hooray! Bugs everywhere though today. Yeah, the other horse that has popped out the other end is massive. I'll have a look at that one when it comes down here a little bit. We've also got our regular friendly group just turned up on the left. Here they are. Hasn't gotten out of control yet, like it was in part 1, but it's early days, people, so let's wait and see. I'll try my best to keep relatively head on, so we've got those lines.
I got it.
The most annoying thing about days like this is that there are hands sort of... Oh, look, he's... love how this guy just moved the Chinese bro out of the way. Look at this guy, look. I'm loving this bro over there against the wall with his family. What a top man, eh? That's it, move the pests out of the way. Oh, goodness me. He was not having it, was he? He's like, hey, get out of the way. And he's right. He's really, really having a go at them, in fact. This, oh, bro. What the flip is going on here? Oh. What the flip is going on today? What cut is it coming this way? No.
There's section places they're not allowed to be Trafalgar Square. We're all still redwoods here.
Yep.
But they are allowed to be Trafalgar Square, so people are making their way up there now.
I bet there's going to be breakaway elements anyway. They're always on there.
Well, they're not allowed. Anyone that moves out of the area will be arrested. If there's 2 or more people protesting down here, they will be arrested. And if they go beyond 3 o'clock, they will be arrested.
Well, I mean, the main thing is they will be arrested. What the flip? This girl, honestly, this lady in front of me. Where's the bigger group that part of the still? Okay.
What do they do? Artillery guards.
King's Troop Royal Horse Artillery.
King's
Troop Royal Horse Artillery.
King's Troop Royal Artillery.
Royal Horse Artillery. Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful. KTRAK.
Artillery. Oh, forget it. It's one of them guys.
King's Troop Royal Horse Artillery.
There you go, guys. Thank you. Thanks.
Bruce.
So,
Oh, goodness me. She, this lady is, really, really enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure Brazilian.
all right, boy. Boss, enjoy your day.
I'm okay with boy or boss. You know, I couldn't care.
I'm just keep my mouth shut.
No, it's all good. Don't worry. It's funny. There was a guy, it's almost a minute ago, that was telling all of the Chinese tourists to get the flip out of his way, like move aside. I wanted to talk to him, but he's vanished. Yeah, what a top man he was, eh, folks? We need more tourists like that.
Have you seen her before?
This guy.
No, it's a woman.
Yeah, every single soldier that came over this morning,
Female.
all female, all of them. First time I've ever seen that. Yeah, I don't know if she's a returnee or a new face. Hard to guess. So you soon. Stay safe, yeah? Especially with the chaos up there. Okay, folks. Yeah, sorry, you got slightly distracted. Then what on earth? It just completely kicked off. I saw there were a couple of people kind of in the background. Now, as you probably heard, there are. I can't remember. It's a section. I can't remember if it's a section 8. I'm thinking more about landlord tenancy now. There is an order in place, section something. I don't remember what it is. That says the pro-Palestine protesters are not allowed to enter Whitehall. Doesn't mean they won't, but we're going to have to wait and see, I guess. I mean, the main thing is it hopefully won't disturb everything here. But my goodness, they knew the partner of the Brazilian lady that was right in front of the camera, she was doing that on purpose. Like, I don't want to say it, but like, like posing in a provocative way right in front of the camera. Super awkward, in fact. Should have told them the channel, actually. Okay, let's wait for this little cue ball to get out of the way. And then shortly, when it calms down a bit, we'll pop to the other end somewhat, folks. It absolutely went out of control and it was berserk for about, I don't know, 5-6 minutes with people and bodies all over the place. But it would have been great to speak to the guy that was willing to tell everybody to get out of his way. Oh, she's in the box. I did see this kind of tell a couple of people to get out of the box, but I mean, she's in the box now. What do we think? Or at least 50% of the box. From Peru. Yeah, boyus, which means I'm scared in Russian. That said, I thought Strashna was scared in Russian. Any Russian speakers in the chat? What's the difference between boyus and Strashna? And somebody else with their foot over the line. The second it stops it, in other words, the body's coming forward either side of the box, yours truly will move to the other end. Now the good news is that all the spammers that ran after the slightly nervous new horse at the other end were sadly disappointed. The horse settled and didn't kick off. Good. Serves them right. But it's very chaotic here. There are a lot of people, as you can see. Many of whom are just standing behind me doing pretty much nothing. As indeed this bro was just a moment ago. I've got no idea what he's trying to do now, but there we are. I haven't heard a single raised voice at this end or at the other end, although I did think I heard this kind of tell somebody to get out of the box a short while ago when I was speaking with Tony. That is a really big protest. Wait, I'm not seeing a protest heading this way, but I'm seeing a lot of police officers between where I am and Trafalgar Square. Might finish up at the end today. Been a while since I did. I mean, there are plenty of people here, and at least now we've got reasonable consistency with those turning up to the box for pictures. But the gunners, to be honest, folks, have had a far, far easier time this morning than their colleagues did yesterday morning. Equal numbers here, I would argue, but very, very different approach by most of the tourists. Standing really far back in a massive group and kind of politely taking in turns. What a contrast. That said, experienced MOD officers on today, so if it does get a little mad, they'll close down the crowd again around the boxes. Damn, black leather in this weather. Yeah, she's so tall, she's going to intimidate the horse.
Here's the only rule, guys. Stay outside the white box. Stay outside the white box so the horse doesn't gig. It's not really a line, you just kind of every man for himself.
Choice behind me debating where the line starts. There isn't a line. Except for the one that's painted on the ground. You'd honestly believe that today there was some sort of little physical barrier because they're almost all stopping the second that they get close to the line. It's extraordinary. A good extraordinary.
Quem já tirou, vem pra cá.
Massive numbers of Chinese and Brazilian tourists here today. I'm trying to sort of capture both sides, but it's not always easy, folks. Sometimes I've got somebody literally touching me. They're standing so close. I mean, she is in the box. Okay, so the gunner's waiting for 2 feet over the line. In which case, she then is telling them to get out of the box. Fair enough. I mean, she's not the first one that we've seen doing that. In fact, some of the HCAV troopers do it. In other words, if you're fully in the box, get out of the box. If you're partly in the box, you get a pass. Fair enough. See?
Thaís, eu passei para a
Out
esquerda,
of the box. Kind of makes sense, to be fair, guys, in all honesty. Otherwise they're going to be on everyone's case non-stop with every foot on the line. I mean, not that I would mind. Some of the gunners are fine with that, but not all want to be screaming and shouting for the best part of an hour. Hello. I actually want it to calm down a little bit now, so we can go to the other end. I will move anyway, guys, in the next couple of minutes. Been here now for more than 15 minutes, which is plenty of time at one end. Actually, little Harry Potter dude over there. It will be the last torch at this end. Yep, that's our cue. It's really, to be honest, folks, I'm just standing at the edge of the road. To give you a bit of an idea, it's really just, it's a flipping disorganised squish today. Look at it. Tons of new tour guides that I haven't seen before. Nobody's really moving quickly, so I'm just sort of kind of waiting slowly as we move along. Get ourselves a little spot. 1 second, folks. There we go. Ta-da. Now that is a horse I'm sure we saw last year, because that's a very, very, very distinctive, what is it, a blaze or a star? I mean, it's got a bit of both, broken blaze. This shot is killing my eyesight. Remember, guys, I was saying before in part 1 about this horse being a very similar size to a HCAV Black. We're thinking probably 16 hands. I was like, yep, give or take. Let's look at the hoof number. It's not a lifeguard horse, or indeed a blues horse for that matter. Don't quote me yet, people. I'll have a look on the list later, but I think, from memory, it's only because of that very distinct blaze, I'd wager that this is Neymar. Yeah. I do remember Neymar being one of the dark ones. I do remember also when I was told about the reason that they had some of the footballers. Yeah, it's the unique blaze. I'll try and confirm before this video appears, but instinctively, even the horse is like, yep, you're right. Either way, he, I think, is the largest in the King's troop. We're going to see over here. Seconds, wait for the people to move out the way so we get a good picture of him. I say him, I mean it might actually be a mare. I think actually trying to get a picture of this one cleanly is going to be impossible for too many tourists near the line. Okay, there's our moment. Got it. That is a very unique blaze. He's pretty much agreeing with everything I'm saying, folks. All of this and that, I mean, look at them all. There's flipping tons of people here, but they seem largely indifferent. Just like at the other end, they're avoiding the box with extraordinary uniformity. Look, everyone's stopping. Until they're not. Somebody told her she moved forward. Very elegant Audrey Hepburn-inspired outfit. Probably the second best dress actually today, I would say, overall. Well done to that lady. People will realise it with a side eye there on camera. Oh well. I mean, it is a public place, so. Don't do it, bro. sending a message to his broker. Not sure if they can afford the horse. I keep looking that way to see whether the protesters are going to end up coming along Whitehall, folks. But so far we're clear. A few police out and about and so on. You can hear the sirens as well, but nobody's breached that notice yet. The thing is, if they breach it en masse, there's not going to be enough police officers to arrest them all. Oh! Yeah, this horse growling. Growling like Q10 in fact. Police horse. Police horse is just exited. Gunner's laughing. She's actually happy about that. She's like, I want to go with them. Please. Look. Just scared the life out of the girls next to me. I mean, to be honest, this horse sounds more like a lion, folks, no? It's got a very deep voice. This is the Barry White of royal horses, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yep. A very much alert beauty, this one. Who's next? Hi, horse. I'm not sure, actually there's got to be the 1:30 bell, surely I would have thought 1 minute. Here it is, that's noon 30, folks. Okay, best dressed tourist, male edition. Pretty fly outfit, not sure if that's his bag or hers, but well done, well put together. We get a few more, and then I'll go back yet again, folks, to the other end. That's actually going to be a brilliant picture. Look at that. That's a super alert. I was like, yep. See how many people manage to do it the right way here, respectfully, and still get an amazing picture. Who's next? Okay, Cotswolds-inspired outfit, I think we've got here on the right. The only problem is this is not the Cotswolds. As you can see, guys, it's rather breezy. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the curtains blowing through the French doors. And luckily, I'm still not hearing those protesters making a nuisance of themselves in this part of central London yet. But the traffic's really, really majorly backed up along Whitehall. So I dare say things are pretty active in Trafalgar Square. That said, actually, no news helicopter in the air, so maybe not. Maybe not, everybody. Oh god, here, these are the ones that are next to me. If the horse makes a move or any noise, they are going to run away instantly. He's petrified. It's not really that scary though, is it? I mean, realistically. I mean, maybe if the horse was without a rider, without a saddle, and running around, you know, wild, it would be pretty scary. I wouldn't want to get close, but you know, there is a horsewoman aboard steering the beast. Oh, what's that Lukashenko look-alike? I swear we've seen this guy before. More pilgrims turning up on my right. And the sun's come out as well, kind of. Oh, Guatemala or Guatemaltica. Golden Bro needs to get to work, so just ignores the rules. Okay, it's time to move again. For some reason this end is just being a bit odd today. What a strange Monday actually. If I'd swapped the two videos around and somebody said to me, when were they filmed, I would have guessed that yesterday's video, i.e. the Sunday video, was actually filmed today, i.e. a Monday video. But no, we've got Sunday vibes on Monday, as we yesterday had Monday vibes on Sunday. Curious but true. Okay, who's up next at this end? Oh! It's always funny actually how it scares the tourist when the horse makes a noise. I think the horses are supposed to be silent, regally quiet. The yard is packed, look at them all. Where is that? Peace, man, peace. Stratford Police, where's that? That's not Stratford upon Avon, I think, in the UK. It's Stratford. There's got to be a place in the US. Then again, wouldn't it have Stratford PD? I actually completely forgot the reason why they've got two very different types of horses. Sorry guys, get my words together. Two very different types of horses in the King's Troop. It was explained to me last year, but I forgot. Smaller bays and these larger ones. I think the larger ones are the ones that pull the gun carriages, they're not. I mean, that would certainly make sense logically, wouldn't it? I think, to be honest, the police have left this side gate pulled too. That's why people are filing out in a very odd fashion today. It's okay, don't worry. Look, we've got like a squish in the centre, see this? I mean, that's probably the biggest gap we've ever had between the tourists that just arrived. I'm not sure that's a good idea, to be honest, because everyone's being pushed into the road where the traffic is passing. Yeah, it's just very different here today. The thing is, I was sort of doing 3-day changeovers. However, I don't know if that means 3 days to a T. In other words, my money would be on the usual pattern of Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If that is the case, and I'm right about that, then it means we'll have the group that just left back on Wednesday morning. If not, they'll come back on Thursday. Oh, it's interesting. I think he said what type of horse. The gunner's response was a cob. Am I right, folks? Is that type of horse? Cob? I don't know. Apologies if maybe you should have told me you were a cob. Actually, yeah, that might have been the discussion. But interesting that she responded, because the gunners that were here this past weekend were asked questions several times, and not once did they respond. It's okay. Peace horses exiting the yard, folks. 1 second. Obviously now that idea of keeping everybody funneled into the centre was not the best idea. Not a single sort of really interesting character. There was like dressed in a particularly unusual way. There was in a costume. There was in a national outfit. Very bland, to be quite honest, set of tourists we've had overwhelmingly today. Gunners are speaking up, but what the flip? What is it with these ones running forward? Like, what's the excitement? Very odd. She's about to give us a little dance, this one. When you squeeze the fake tan bottle a little bit too hard, and things go wrong. It's time to move again. That's the other end. I mean, I move and then everyone vanishes. I move again, they vanish again. Odd, no? Strangest Monday ever.
Jackie.
This end is flipping packed. God knows how all these people just arrived. I wonder if they've been slowly allowed to leave Trafalgar Square, possibly. I mean, look at them all. I think we missed that. She went to stand right in front of him, then suddenly realised that he was also there for a picture. In fact, not a single person, I don't think, except for the lady that made the silly mistake and ran into the box in part 1. I don't think anyone's made a serious mistake today. Not one tourist has made a serious mistake other than her, which is extraordinary, to be honest. And this might well end up being a full part gold shoes again, where we get no one making a single mistake. I probably jinxed it now, but it's still pretty exceptional, I'm sure you'd all agree. Even the horse agrees. very awkward, in fact, right now. The tour guide is trying to control them, but it's all over the place. I'm done with his inimitable enthusiasm.
Any questions about this madness?
Any questions about this madness? He's spot on with that statement.
Follows the umbrella.
Now the good news, people, is that from tomorrow on, for maybe 3 or 4 days, the temperature is going to go down quite a lot, heading toward 20. Hooray! Bad news is that by next weekend, we'll be heading back towards 30. Actually, I need to step back, in fact, because the gun is pulling the horse a teeny bit out, and it's a biggie. It looks like I'm zoomed in when I'm looking at the camera, but I'm not. I'm behind the bollards, the right side there is, and I'm fully zoomed out like that. It's a big, isn't it, this horse? Yeah, you are. He's been very, very intently listening to a lot of what's been happening here. Now, police officer just came out of the stable area, and I'm pretty sure he's got a horseshoe in one hand. Actually, wait, no, sorry guys, it's his sunglasses with the two arms retracted. It looked like a horseshoe. I was thinking, like, where would that have come from? Because we've had no movement here for a while. Super awkward to pose normally when you've got like impatient rucksack carrying tourist standing right opposite you, glaring at you. Okay, is that it? Would you believe, folks, the other end has ended up getting active again. Now I'm at this end. Makes no sense. These might be our last few tourists. Miss Goldshoe's back. At this end, before I move yet again. In fact, people have already started gathering in the yard, ready for the changeover. And we've got some people complaining, saying you're supposed to walk behind everyone. Well, I mean, no, because if you walk behind everyone, you're not going to be in front to get a picture, are you? So it's like common sense, tourists. I love the way how she's got lime rims on her chair. In fact, I was thinking it kind of reminds me of the Lime bikes. I'm thinking of an apt description. The Lime chair doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? Chair sponsored by Lime, folks. Moving back again. Look, just like before, it's flipping chocker here. Look at them all. Tons and tons and tons of people. But, my dears, not, at least for the moment, except for the spammers in front of me, not very many people going forward. So that changes. Now, we should, I think, see Gunners 4 and 5 after this changeover. 45 minutes into the video. Wait, what time is it? I think that was the 45 bell. So we should. Yeah, we've got 12 minutes till the change. We'll be able to include that changeover in this video. And then yours truly is done. 2 parts today in the bag. And to be honest, folks, my legs are dead. Odd as that might sound, I have no idea why. Hardly did any walking today. I'm still recovering from Saturday in the countryside. Bro's dressed like you went to Botswana. Look, on safari, not to horse guards. I think this is a safari hat. I mean, absolutely nobody knows what on earth they're doing. It's just an absolute mush of nothingness, in all honesty, this morning. Guys have had a hell of an easy shift. So the gunners that pulled the weekend that's just finished, wow, the difference in how much they had to speak up, charge the horses, and just generally deal with a lot of disrespectful idiots. So different today. The vast majority of people that are here are actually just people watching. They're not even, and it's been packed all morning, but mainly behind me. They're not even in large numbers going up. Most people are just watching. I don't know, watching everyone else, I guess. But then again, I guess kind of the same as we're doing, vicariously through the camera, of course. The horse is doing pretty well though, folks, because there is a wall of traffic all the way along here towards Trafalgar Square because of that protest. So at the moment, nothing's moving. I mean, I guess it was going to happen eventually, and there it is. I think there's a lot of people, including this group, or some members of it, are looking across at myself and other people filming, and then choosing not to come forward. I mean, we haven't really spoken to anyone ever here that hadn't seen TikToks, Reels, YouTube videos about things going wrong here, so I do think a lot of the tourists are very cautious. to be honest, because you've got to be a complete fool to end up getting yourself on a stupid video in 2025. Still debating actually, guys, whether to stay at this end or change to the other end. But as soon as the changeover is done, yours truly is likewise done.
I don't know.
5 minutes exactly from now. If you made it this far in the video, guys, well done.
Alright, got it. Alright, Sarah, come back. I got scared. Alright, should I go? Oh, yeah.
No, you go. You're in the other gate.
Ready? I don't want to be in the back of it.
He's not looking here. It's a dangerous though.
I'm so scared about that.
Okay, so it's going to start to clear the front, I think, any moment. Actually, thinking back, in fact, there was also the lady that was allowed to feed the horse. I can't remember if that was in part 1 or this part. Damn, I mean, this bro's got a lot going on.
Idziemy razem, idziemy razem. Wiem, ja też się boję. Damy radę. Do tego konia.
Hola.
3 minutes, folks, until the changeover. And actually, there will probably be enough time to get a little teeny bit of each of the new gunners, as the two that are coming up next will almost certainly be two we haven't seen before. Okay, so everyone is now flooding into the yard, ready for that change. Except us, of course. I have noticed actually, there's been quite a lot of movements. I'll only be a second crossing over. Quite a lot of movements. We won't miss the change, guys, don't worry. Of bodies, look. I'm not sure if they're being ferried through horse guards or whether they're going to go up toward Trafalgar Square, but there's a whole support unit here, and as well as that, these officers are being deployed along toward Parliament Square. So I'm thinking that they're expecting at least part of the protest to break away. Let's get ourselves back across the road. I'll be heading that way anyway when the video's done, so if it is kicking off big time there, yours truly will be capturing it. But they're moving at haste along Whitehall, so I'm thinking reinforcements probably for Downing Street. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me at all if they've been taken unawares, as has happened before, by possible pro-Iranian, pro-Palestine coalition of protesters. mean, to be honest, actually, even if it is kicking off massively at that end, when I get there, I haven't got a massive amount of battery left. 18% to be precise. But yeah, we'll get this changeover captured and then I'm out of here. She was trying to ask, but she didn't get a response. One minute, I mean the bell pretty much is supposed to ring now. But it's still proper chocolate at the front, so I'm not really sure why they're not moving everyone. I say why they're not moving anyone. I mean they are about to, I think. Oops, bro. See what I mean, folks? The moment that you're assuming that's it happens. The old chap didn't realise, bless him, it wasn't an intentional act of disrespect. You can see he was completely oblivious. Right, so 2 new gunners coming out, folks. We'll have a very quick peek at both of them. Yeah, some people don't quite understand. Stand behind the bollards, please. Okay, so yeah, the NCO is a returnee. I've seen her before, and we've got 1, possibly 2 new gunners. Let me see. Actually, no. In fact, this lady gunner is also a returnee. I've seen her before. I swear, unless I'm going completely crazy, that the tourist just said, I really need to get... Thank you. But the officer said it's not really that important. Surely that didn't just happen. Okay, so we're close to the end, folks. The changeover is done. We'll get a couple of pictures while we're here because these 2 horses are also super beautiful. But the weather, honestly, what a flipping nightmare. It's so windy right now. It's a bit of a miracle that the horse is not having a meltdown. In fact, I'm thinking in the image you can even see all the detritus that's blowing around there. Clean your lens for clearer pictures. Great. Oh, it's a special request, in fact. Actually, somebody has a special needs child with them, and they've asked the officer if it's okay if he's allowed to approach. Oh look, this is the officer that's always super kind. There he is, look. He very rarely agrees to pictures with tourists, as is common with the MOD, but of course he'd agree because he's a kind fellow. We've seen him in many videos, actually, so that's no exception. Wouldn't expect anything less from a gent like that officer. Okay, so we've got our picture at this end. I'm now going to go to the other end and show you the other new face. See the other new face, other new face in the box. But I'm 99% certain that the gunner at this end is a new arrival, folks. That will be first time ever in the boxes at Horse Guards. Yep, didn't see her last year, so it's a new arrival. And a spectacular horse. She's on too, so let's see if we can get a picture of this. That means we got at least, I think, 4 or 5 in total today. It's a very good looking horse, this one, actually. Trying to be in the right spot though for the right picture, but it's not going to be a great one, guys, because the horse is somewhat uneven in the box, if that makes sense. He's kind of standing to one side. Now he's moving, he's like this way or the other way. Oh, so he's in that Chinese tourist head. Bingo. Wait, is Horsey going to quit? Let's hope not. Hello, tourists, so just push in. What about the lady that's already waiting on the left? Crazy, you know, how some of them just push in. They're completely oblivious to those that are already waiting. Damn, it got really, really flipping busy. There's about 500 people just turned up on my right. That's the way to do it. Perfect. Great picture with the gunner and with the horse. That lady just got up. We'll be finishing up in a couple of minutes, guys. To be honest, I can't actually wait to get out of here. As you can see, the traffic's backed up. There's flipping tons of tourists. It's my actual living nightmare. Right here, right now, in all honesty. Yeah. Anyway, we've got about 5 minutes, so we'll stay at this end. For 2 reasons. 1, new gunner, and 2, there's no one else filming this end at the moment, mercilessly, luckily for me as well. Or mercifully, sorry, and luckily for me. So the horse has settled. He says, as the horse decides to charge into the camera. Let's hope that doesn't happen. To be honest, that's really only a HCAV thing, and I still swear they occasionally do that to me on purpose. Scared the life out of that girl on the right. Is she absolutely lost it? This girl over here on the she had a complete and utter meltdown. I mean, I get it if you're that close, and all of a sudden it sounds like there's a lion behind you. That set her off pretty quick. I just don't get why there's a big difference on some days with people being so reluctant to go forward. It doesn't make any sense. Unless possibly these are primarily large tour group tourists that have been told or given very specific instructions, because it's not ending anywhere. Look, there are dozens of people all over the place, folks. And here as well, look at it. There's absolutely no shortage of bodies here today, as you can see. And there hasn't been all morning. They've just been physically in the wrong spot for pretty much all morning. I'm actually wondering how tourists even managed without sunglasses, because the amount of rubbish blowing around is ridiculous. I think a storm's coming, folks. Maybe not today, but it's definitely coming soon. The number of people as well that are just constantly walking in front of the camera. But you know what? It's a public place, and I myself am probably guilty of doing that in front of other people's cameras. Very serious looking new gunner, folks. I think she's going to be ruthless if people get into the box. But you know what? The sad thing is we might not get to find out, because yours truly will be finishing up in just a couple of minutes. Goodness me.
take a quick photo of me?
You have to go a little closer. Like, don't on the bottom.
We'll finish up in a second, everybody. I think there's American Tourists about to get shouted at.
Depends who's asking. Oh, yeah. Just occasionally.
I've seen that too.
I wanted to come so low to you.
Oh, you're very kind.
Send
Your
it to
timing is
Sherry.
perfect, actually, because I'm just about to finish part 2. Been a long morning, but a very odd atmosphere today.
I can't really explain what it is, but everyone is really far back. I mean, you can see it's packed here,
But almost nobody is getting over near the boxes today. It's very odd. And it's a kind of a pity because this lady gunner is a new face this year. First time in the box. And I think for the first time ever, every gunner that came over today is a lady.
You said on your YouTube that a lot of it's our ladies, and it's true.
Yeah, but I've never, that I remember.
And you're quite willing to correct me, dear viewers.
I don't ever remember seeing 100% female. Everyone that came over this morning, including the officer, all ladies.
Possible historical first? Not sure. But
It's still a great thing to see. Yeah?
I love it. It was through you that I found out about how excellent horseguards.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went through YouTube online.
Yeah, but you're a Londoner, no? Or not?
I'm from Letchworth in Hertfordshire.
Ah, okay, so you're almost a Londoner.
And I was just sort of flicking through and I thought, oh, this looks exciting, you know.
And boom,
Yeah, and stop.
you're hooked, yeah?
I'm sorry, my fault. Yeah, they're going to wait, I think, because the traffic's really blocked.
Apparently there's a big protest this end, Palestine, and another one this end. But they've got, somebody was telling me that they got an order forbidding any protesters to set foot on Whitehall today under threat of arrest, but I'm not sure that's going to hold them back.
All going to depend on how many numbers there are. Guys, I'm at the end of part 2, folks. I'm out of here. Police horses are waiting in the yard. We're going to have a quick look at them for our closing frame.
Thank you very much, Maureen. Pleasure, yeah? See you.
2 parts today. See you later. 1 second, everyone. Just pop into the yard quick. Yeah, the two horses, they are actually exiting now. Here they are. It's really, really, really backed up. And a lot of it is obviously due to the number of protesters. Even the officers are surprised at just how much of a mess everything here is here, traffic-wise and bodies. Oh, flipping! I thought the horse was going to slip then. Anyway, that was one of our closing shots, folks. The horses made it through safely; they're fine, and they're going to head to the stables, which are just along there and over to the left. Yet more police going to Parliament Square. I'm out of here. Back soon, guys. Bye for now.